Well, hello. Sam McEwen here with Faith, Facts, Fiction, and Fun. Welcome back. So, obviously, I like to use F words in a lot of different scenarios. And so today, I want to talk to you about probably my 5 favorite F words and how it relates to the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022. Because I firmly believe that if you focus on these particular F words, that you will have a successful 2022. I also would suggest that you go back and you look at 2021 under the light of these F words. Did you have some massive wins? And I'm sure you did. I'm positive you had some massive wins. But did you have some epic fails or epic challenges? You use the word that you want. I don't consider it a failure if I learned. If I didn't learn something from my mistakes or the mishaps or whatever, then yeah, it was a failure. Okay? But classify them. Were they minor? Were they epic? And get a laugh. Figure it out. Where did you go wrong? What could you have done differently other than maybe not do it at all? How did you learn from it? And what would you do differently if you decided to attempt that particular program, opportunity, or business again? So, this week is the end of 2021, beginning of 2022. I would strongly recommend that you go back and you look at 2021 through the lens of these 5 areas, and then look at 2022 coming forward and what do you want to accomplish in these 5 areas in 2022. I'm not a person who does New Year's resolutions. The fact of the matter is, with New Year's resolutions, you will end up with half of them either done, by the wayside, disappointed in yourself, all sorts of stress you've created for yourself by about January 22nd. Okay? I mean, that's my prediction. No later than, I don't know, the first week in February, and you're probably all done. If you bought a gym membership for Christmas thinking that the new year is going to promote a new you, you know what? Take it back. Ask them to refund you, get out of the contract, and wait until March. Walk until then. Do some things at home, because you're going to be tied into a contract for a year or 2 years, however long the contract is, and you're probably not going to utilize that membership. Trust me, from years of doing that, years of signing up for things like that, and knowing that I'm not a gym person, but we'll get into that later. So those 5 areas we were talking about. Now, these are in no particular order. So you have faith, we have family, we have fitness, we have future, and we have freedom. That's faith, family, fitness, future, and freedom. These are 5 areas that I'll get into, not quite in depth right now, but in depth enough so that you know what kind of targets you can set or should be setting in each one of these areas. Now, we're all different when it comes to our faith. Those of you that know me, have listened to me for any length of time, know that I am a pastor, that I am a Christian, and that my favorite book is the Bible, and that I am a person of faith. And my targets for 2022, because of some epic fails in 2021, are to reestablish my journaling. Excuse me. I failed in 2021 with my journaling. You can go back and look, and it's like, oh, he did really good. Oh, boy, that sucked. Oh, really good. Oh, I was really, really inconsistent. And it's something that I know if I journal on a regular basis, then I'm focused on what I missed yesterday, what I can take care of today, and what I don't have to worry about, because tomorrow will take care of itself. Right? So, that's one of my faith practices. Now, another one is that I have some targets that I want to achieve when it comes to some schooling that I'm taking and some classes that I've signed up for and things like that. But my biggest thing with my faith is my early morning prayer time, study time, meditation time. Now, as a Christian, don't get hung up on the word meditation. Don't get, no, I don't do the humming. I don't do all that kind of stuff. I do, however, go to a place where I am comfortable, relaxed, and ready to listen to that still small voice that I need to hear every morning. And if you've followed me for any length of time, you know that that picture in the background, that is the place. That is Sunset Beach, or that is a sunset at Honeymoon Island. I wish it was Sunset Beach in New Jersey, but it's not. It is Honeymoon Island. One of the first sunsets that we experienced when we got to Florida in 2017. I took that picture from the dog beach, and trust me, it just doesn't get any better out there. Okay, every sunset's a little bit different, but it's my happy place. It's my relaxation place. It's where I can go and literally lower my blood pressure. So, what's your faith practice? What is your purpose, and what is your practice in your faith? So, the next would be family for me. And like I said, these are in no particular order. They are all equally important. Okay? For example, if you are not a person of faith, remember you are a spiritual being and you must have that faith practice somehow. And trust me, I can walk you through that. I've talked to some folks who do not believe the way I believe, and we have walked through some meditation principles and some things that have really helped them. So feel free to reach out. Family or your primary love relationship. Now, you may not have family close by. It may be just you and a spouse. It may be just you, but there is a primary person that you would consider a love relationship, whether it be a parent, a significant other, a friend, whatever. What are you going to do to cultivate and improve and grow that relationship this year? How bad did you mess it up last year? I messed up quite a bit last year. I messed up really quite a bit last year. So I could tell you some stories, and I will further on down when we get into some of this stuff. But trust me, you want to cultivate that relationship. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do on a daily, weekly, monthly, annual basis to cultivate that primary love relationship, that family relationship? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What is it? For my wife and I, we like the alone time together. We just do. We go for walks. We try and get a date night in every week. Just little things like that. Here's the toughest one for me. Fitness. My physical well-being. So what are you doing? There was an old commercial that says it was I believe it was for an automotive place, and it said basically, pay me now or pay me later. Pay for the preventative maintenance, and I have a gentleman who can help you with that, or pay for the major repair. So when you go to an automotive shop and they say you need brakes, the fluid's low, don't tell them to just add fluid. If your car is newer, it is a closed system. If it's losing fluid, it means that the brake pads are getting thin and it's taking more of that fluid to push up against the lining on the caliper, or you know what I'm talking about, the discs. Okay, so when the mechanic says you need to do something about this, it's time to do something. Begin to prepare at least to get. If the mechanic says, well, you can go another 1,000 miles, trust him. Okay, especially if it's my mechanic, which is Jason Nastasi at Express Oil and Tire Engineers in Oldsmar, or on the corner of Dale Mabry and Waters Avenue. When it comes to your physical well-being, you can pay yourself now, or you can pay for your sickness later. So there are some things that we can't predict. I have cancer. Could I predict that? Well, probably to some certain probability, because the type of cancer I have is one of the most common in men my age and probably will not kill me. Do I have to do things around it? And does it get to be just uncomfortable and think, yes, okay, all that stuff. Yeah, okay. Do I like going in for the exam? No, absolutely freaking not. Okay. But it's my health. I have to do something about it. I need to lose 20 pounds. Boom, like that. I need to lose 20 pounds. That is my target for 2022. How am I going to do that? Number one, I'm going to eat better. And we have been doing that. My wife and I have been eating better. I think we're doing really well. I've lost about 12 or 15 pounds this last year. And not recently not been doing the fluctuations, which is good for me because I usually fluctuate, okay? But my target is another 20 pounds. I will eat better. I will stay hydrated. That is my biggest issue because the cancer that I have causes pressure and makes me have to stop all the time. Anyway, so, didn't really mean to go there with that. Sorry. Anyway, well, I did say we'd have a little bit of fun with it. So I could carry around, I guess I could carry around a little bottle, and never mind. Anyway, sorry. But I do need to get back to the gym. I hate the gym. I'm telling you, I hate the gym. But I do need to do more exercise. I am walking. I'm hitting at least 6, if not 10,000 steps a day. That's my range is 6 to 10. 6 is the low side. That's where I'm usually at, okay? I should probably ride my bike a little bit more, and I should just get out there and do some more things. My targets for 2022, I will explain them once we get to 2022. We're not there yet, okay? But I know what my epic fails were also in that area. So I don't want to go there again. Future. That has to do with your personal and or professional growth. Your company will train you to do exactly what they want you to do to get to a point where they want you to be. That is not personal professional growth. It's not, okay? And you're never going to get there, frankly, without a coach. You're never going to get there without somebody prodding you, pushing you, helping you get better. You're just not, okay? You think you can. I thought I could for a lot of years, right? And then I took one sales class that was outside the realm of some of the organizations I worked for, and my mind went, whoa, how much more successful would I have been had I known these tactics rather than what company ABC and CDE and EFG wanted me to know. Same way with some management opportunities and leadership skills and stuff like that. So, you're going to hire a coach? Let me know. If I can't help you, I'll find somebody to help you. Okay? Trust me. So your personal growth. Here's the thing. What was the last book that you picked up? Now, I'll give you credit if you're using Audible or any of the electronic ones, but you're actually getting into something, okay? Excuse me. 80% of high school graduates never pick up a book after they get out of high school. The same percentage holds true of college graduates. They never pick up a book after they get out of college and get that $100,000 degree. Now, some of them have continuing education units they need to do and things like that. That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not personal, professional growth. It's meeting a standard that some organization says you have to meet. Not the same thing. I guarantee that I can help you get to a better place, to a better place emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, as a coach in whatever area that you need. Now, there are some things I don't do, but when it comes to finance, when it comes to business leadership and communication, I'm your person, okay? So what are you doing for your future? What are you doing for your future? Now, we've talked about faith, we've talked about family, we've talked about physical, we've talked about future. This last category is kind of split into two, and you'll see that they hold hands, okay? So it's freedom. Well, Sam, what do you mean by freedom? What I mean by freedom is the freedom flow of time and money. You have the same amount of time in a day that I do. We don't have the same amount of money. Well, some of us might. Broke. No. Anyway, the flow of that time and the money gives you more time. The time gives you more money. It's a flow. Here's my question for you for 2022. If I were to come to you Monday night and say, hey, what are you doing tomorrow morning? I'm getting together with this person, and this person. We're going to go fishing. like you to come with us. I think it'd be a great opportunity for you to meet that next person in your life that's going to take you to the next level. What would you say? Most of you would have to say, sorry, I can't. It's too short notice. I can't take the day off of work. I can't do this. I can't do that. There would be 100 I can'ts. Honestly, I'm looking for the one person that says, you know what? I will make some changes. I will change my schedule. I really want to meet that person. That's where the 6 degrees of separation comes in. That's a whole nother podcast. So, what are you doing to generate that freedom flow of time and money? So we've talked about faith. We've talked about your family. We've talked about fitness. We've talked about our futures, and we've talked about the freedom flow of time and money. They all are intertwined. They all go hand in hand. They're all important. If you let one of those areas fall through the cracks, you're going to be out of harmony with yourself. You will never hear me talk about work-life balance. I don't believe there is such a thing. I believe there's a harmony. There's a time when work is going to overtake personal life, and when personal life is going to overtake work. If you ever listen to a symphony, you hear the harmony. You hear the harmony in music. That's how we have to live our lives. You take all of these 5 areas, and you're working on all of these 5 areas, you will live in harmony. You let one of them fall by the wayside, and you will find some dissonance. You will find some bad vibes, bad music, bad mojo in your life. Okay? So I strongly recommend that you work on all 5 of these areas. Now, if you need help with any of them, feel free to reach out. I can be reached at sam@aliveandatpeace.com. Please like and share this podcast if you will. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Thank you for listening. This has been Sam McEwen. Live intentionally and be very, very, very blessed, my friends.